How's it going, guys? Here's back again with some more draft. We're doing our games today. We drafted a red and white deck last time around, and I gotta say, it I'm hopeful. I think it'll do well. That's my overall thoughts on this. Go get him, Raphael. We could deal 2 damage to our own creature, but feels unnecessary. Let's deal our 1 damage for the turn. The turn. Now, if we draw a land, we can play Tunica. We did not. Thoughts upon it? No thoughts. Head empty. Fair enough. We're just here to deal damage. If we had the land and we could have played the enters, make it 2/2, then we could have been down for it, but no. Swinging for 5. Continue the blink trait. It's rough to lose our creature, but a land drop basically lets us do it again. So our opponent really can afford. Really, you can afford. Messed up. GG. Not GG. Raphael does not have 2 power. Right. But it's GG next turn, maybe. This one. Yes. Swing. Blink that one. Yes. I mean, this worked out very well. We did a bunch of triggers. We are back on game number 2 as well. Cute. A little slow. A little too red coated, but that's fine, right? Like, what's the worst that could happen? We don't draw planes? We did anyways. Nothing can stop us after all. Except reasonable developments, I suppose. It's been a while. It's been a while since I finished off Lord of the Mysteries. Want to read the Circle of Ineligibility eventually, but it'll be a bit. It'll be a bit. Chunking your way through those 1,000-chapter web novels is time consuming. Even some of the smaller ones are very time consuming. I would like a land. Don't Needleland, I guess. Hmm. I get it anyways. Fair enough. Yield 2 for 1. What may my opponent do about this? GG. Okay, I didn't expect that. We are on to game number 3. The deck works out okay. This hand, though. This hand is questionable. Let's hope our opponent is a red or a black deck. Red? You love to see it. He's gonna make me discard my katana at random. That's not cool. Although it is weirdly fitting that we get the sword that deals with artifacts against the other deck that likes artifacts. Let's ground that for life. For life? Of course I know what you did. Always do precisely what I told you not to do. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All of that, reasonable developments. Well, let's play that then. Fair enough. I'm gonna play this. Swing for 3. My opponent uses a trick to avoid this. They didn't. I was hoping they might. Because we really want our Jenica to survive. Yep. I mean, might as well. It does put her in a definitely going to die area of the game, but she really should have been blocked. I don't know how she survived. GG. We are back for game number 4. This one took a little bit longer to find. It appears we're playing against a Japanese player who's in bronze after we just got promoted to gold. That's rough. But we will do our best to beat up our opponent, I guess. They have a green swirl as their pet. Interesting. I think we're gonna go Raphael into Leonardo. Feels like the most reasonable line. They're both 1/3s. They're both Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't see why they wouldn't be friends on the battlefield, on real life, uh, or in their canon. They're siblings, right? Yeah. I know Ninja Turtles, probably. I know at least 3 out of 4 of the Mutant Ninja Turtles. You got Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo. Michelangelo. The other one's also a painter, right? I think they're all painters. Hmm. There is no choice here, opponent. Just so you know, there is no choice. Yeah. We'll end her off there. It's rare for one of my attack bluffs to actually work. I guess we were too conspicuous. The bluff wasn't good enough, which means it didn't work. I don't know. It's a little bit crazy. What are we up to, opponent? Are we considering tapping to I believe this has sorcery speed. Mess up. Put that on bottom. And I didn't hit. Yikes. Sure. We hit it anyways, I guess. Bad apple. This is a nice control game where we're not running into one of our powerful 4-drops. There are 2 4-drops. The car and the cats are just really, really powerful, and they synergize really, really well together. So not having either of them is a very good bleh. You know the word. I don't know the word clearly, but you probably do. Test for the deck to see if it can actually go the distance in a scenario where not equipment either. It's just a food. Katana. Not like katana. Opponent. This is what they spent the turn doing. So they will be forced to deal with retaliation. Maybe. They have 3 mana left over. I keep on forgetting that that cow is actually quite the powerful creature. Go get him, Jenica. We're gonna keep playing lands just because our 2 highest value synergy creatures are 4 mana. Like, we're not a top end deck. We really don't need too much mana, but at the same time, we would very much like to have enough to play a 4-drop and maybe do a little bit extra. When it's going to add a counter to their Slithering Cryptid. They're down to 1 card in hand. Yikes. So are we. We're going to hold this one. Just because next turn, if we draw a land, it'll look extra funny. No block. I thought about it, but the chances are that last card is some kind of interaction is high enough that I'm not gonna risk it. I mean, the neutrinos is game ending. They are not cats, they are elves. Elf rebels. There are elves in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? That's wild. I didn't know that. Fair enough. We kind of let the cat out of the bag that we were bossing with the land, though. I feel like next turn, unless our opponent has a hard removal spell, we win the game. Yeah, there's a hard removal spell. Fair enough. Yeah, I got a little bit more of this. A little bit more life that I can spare. Ooh. Just kill it, I guess. Really? It was a protection spell. It was kind of a combat trick, but it was mostly a protection spell. Yeah, now they put a counter on it so that we can't block it down. I don't believe that you have another one. I didn't mean another putrid. That is a little bit messed up. Sure. Hmm. So if we survive, we're good. If we don't survive, we're bad. That's where we are. The nice thing about our chances of survival, though, is that one of our creatures is a real creature that can actually deal damage, and our opponent's four creatures, one of their creatures, is not a real creature that cannot do damage. But if they just top deck the removal spell out of nowhere, it's pretty bad news. I mean, that is everything, isn't it? I think we're gonna take that line. Hmm. Uh, Attack. So now if they block the car, sure. Uh, Copy number two. Yeah. Now all I need to do is block like I did last time and draw a creature. That's our line for victory. Our opponent can also shut it down by cracking their food. So it's not a very good line. We're dead. GG. We held out a little bit longer than we were supposed to. We are back. Game number 5. 3 wins, 1 loss. Can't complain. Mountain into forest into manhole missile, I think, is our play. If we have to. We might not even have to. It might not be that bad. We could have led with a second mountain to pull up that we're mono red, but our opponent seems to be interested in finding a creature. Any creature will do for them. Fair enough. Raphael. It's weird having legendary creatures that you get multiple of in a single set. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go for this Raphael. On the off chance we find a land, and we can give a double striker +2/+2 and get an additional effect out of it. I don't think there are any planeswalkers in the set, which makes sense because planeswalkers are very magic based, and I mean, I guess like we haven't had a universe beyond planeswalker, have we? That would be interesting. No block. I'll take 7. We kind of want to. Okay. Okay, that is great. From black means that we're not going to have any problems with either of these creatures. When they play a green creature, problems may arise, but until they do, we will not be having any problems. There's a green creature. Zoo Escapees, or Raphael, Night Slashers, Bane. I mean, there's really no way you can attack into this anymore. I don't think. Because protection means that they can't be killed by the color. They can mute it, gain a life. Each opponent loses a life. Block like that. Really? Messed up. Let's just do this. No attack. Force down the blocks. My sword dream was very nice for the short amount of time our opponent allowed us to have it. It was a very nice dream. But if my opponent decides to attack, I will be blocking with everything because my next turn is basically going to be spent replaying last turn, which means Janika on the battlefield needed to disappear. Let's kill that. Down to 11. Hmm. Well, we actually have 6 mana. Well, let's kill that. Let's kill that. Decline. Start killing your opponent from 0. 2 basic lands. Really hope that whatever's left in the hand is not something threatening. One of them. I will not be, cycling that away. And into this. Flying, I guess. Menace, I guess. Go get him. My flying menace creature. Opponent has rebuilt their hand a little bit. Our board is much nicer, but it's only going to get us so far. If we don't stop drawing lands, we have so many lands. Deck, please, for the love of the gods, stop making us draw lands. Yep. Oh, I mean, that's disappointing, but down to 3. It gets harder and harder. Keeping it on top meat is probably going to kill us, whatever it is. I'm just considering whether or not they should attack in. Oh, goodness. Sure. I mean, we're going all out, I think. I feel like we die if we don't go all out. I mean, that is enough to kill our opponent, but our opponent is also on the verge of killing us. I mean, Wingnut survived. Oh, we die. One removal spell does it. GG. We are back for our game number 6. We are 3-2 at the moment. We will keep this because we don't really have much of a choice. We could have mulliganed for a white source, but land is technically off the ground if we draw at least one more land. And if in this match we were not going to draw another land, we pretty pretty much dead on arrival anyways. Let's plane cycle. We can do that since we don't really have the... Let's get this down. It also seems to be a but we need 2 white sources. I'm gonna play sword just because it has the highest upside for us, even though we saw against our other green-black opponent that they can just remove the sword and they get around the protection. Draw 2 cards. Yeah, fair enough. Hmm. I think we actually go this route. And come what may. So they should block with the kitty. No, they can't block with the kitty. They should block with the Michelangelo. Because I will kill the kitty. That sounds wrong. Like so many magic things that sound wrong. Why are you like this, Magic? Maybe it isn't Magic's fault. Maybe it is. Submit 0. Let's kill that cat. Yikes. You are a cat, though. You're made out of ice cream. Does it count as a cat if it's made out of ice cream? Yeah, there goes my sword. Hmm. 3 cards that I would have rather kept. Let's go ahead and swing for 7. Oh, those are the 3. Really? Yeah. Okay. Well. I always pick you up when others don't, Casey. And you always screw me over. Fair enough, I suppose. It's meant to be. Let me question this. We're not even attacking him with the cat. That is some wild behavior. Sure. Sure. Put the counter there. Put the counter there. I don't think they can afford to block anything other than my mutant town musicians. Yep. GG. We are back. We are game 7. 4 wins, 2 losses. Yeah. Yeah. One of the things I've noticed about this draft set in particular is that I tend to find myself in longer games, I think. I mean, that is just kind of speculation on my part, but I do think it's true. I think we do longer games. I'm excited to see Casey Jones discard at random the 3 best cards in my hand. That's going to be fun. 3 mana for a 4 power creature. I excited to see what the three best cards on top of my library are, too. Maybe they'll get discarded, and then I won't have to worry about any of it. Any of it at all. I stand corrected. Casey Jones, you're not on the job today. I was meant to play that Plains, but go get him. My opponent attacks with their nobody. They didn't. They didn't attack with their nobody. Their nobody didn't attack. It's wild. I mean, me and my opponent actually have very similar builds in concept. Flying. Make it 2/2. Put a counter on my flyer. Give it menace. None may block her. The Bat Lady. You're tapping my bat. That's messed up. No attack. Yeah, maybe the secret to happiness is just not playing Casey Jones. It may seem like a radical approach to things, but um, hmm. We will pay the warden. That one. Flying. Go get him. Down to 17. Seems to be some kind of 3-color deck. I don't really know much about 3-color decks in this format. Why is it still alive? We paid the warden. Oh, we didn't do enough damage. It should have been enough. I don't know. I don't know. I clearly missed it. We will do this. Attack. Oh, they're encrypted. It is getting a little rough. This may well be the end. Land. Doing it that way. We do it this way. Flying. Swing over. You don't want to target my own creature. But if we're lucky, we can bait our opponent to attacking. And then use these on their turn. It was a momentary bug where it was like, Are we really gonna spend our turn on that? Ugh. Sure. Opponent? Yeah, there are other options. Here's my hand. But hey, flying. I'm not really ready for the alpha attack yet, I don't think. If we draw a double creature, or a creature that enters that makes a token, next turn we will be, but until then, yeah, it's just not going to happen, I don't think. Opponent plays an escape tunnel, plays a 1/1. Still a mana off that, right? Yeah. It's a turn, I guess. Due to the channel ability, you have to discard it. Fortunately, we drew it too early. And there goes Casey. I feel like we let this one slip away. The synergies were just too high. Without our synergies, our deck doesn't quite bite as hard as it normally does. We drew one, right? Yeah, we drew the mighty Mutanimals, but they did eventually get picked off. Our opponent has been also gaining life, I think. A little bit here and there. Yeah, I got 3 from that, right? I don't know why they're so concerned about Action Crew. Action Crew cannot do anything anymore. Mm-hmm. Cool. I mean, that could be fun. Done. Buying. Go get them. Which technically a 4/5, so we're winning the race barely. But now that we have our second synergy creature, our available really good draws are increased by quite a bit. I don't know if our opponent can afford to chip away at us as much as they have. Well, maybe. I might need to remove the problem. Problems aren't problems if they're removed. Everybody knows that. But it's looking like it might end here. Ooh. I mean, I'll take it. Um, let's try to be tricky. Will our opponent allow us to be tricky? You never know. Sure. Really, Donatello. An interesting choice. You might have just walked into a massacre by accident. They can't block both of our flyers. We definitely get down Leonardo. We might even get a second trick out of them. Well, that is GG. Counterspell. Well, if you enjoyed today's draft games, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I will see you next time. Bye for now.